This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
If God got really kind and wanted to grant you one wish, what would that one wish be? A splendid afternoon with Rani Mukherjee, and where else but in Khandala, Rani?
Hi.
Rani, you've done better than this in Khandala. You've had more fun in Khandala, I think making your first hit.
Yeah, it was quite a memorable one because I shot to fame actually with that song.
Right.
And it was a very special moment, but not many people know that song was actually shot in Bombay in Fantasyland.
I see, and you just called it Khandala.
Yeah.
Then maybe we should have got there instead of this place. But that's what life in cinema is, no? Part fantasy, part reality,
Yeah.
and sometimes fantasy sort of packaged as reality.
Right.
But tell me what happened. Before that, you had a couple of not very consequential appearances in cinema.
No, actually, before Gulam, I did Raja Ki Aayegi Baaraat,
Right.
which was my first film actually. And that really wasn't a box office,
Hit.
as you call it.
Right.
But in that movie, I guess I got noticed by the industry people. And so that's how I got Gulam. And Gulam was my second movie, and after that was Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
And then Khandala happened in Gulam.
Yeah.
So what exactly happened? Tell us.
Actually, it's a very interesting story. It was never supposed to be there. Like the song was never supposed to be there in the film. We were shooting, if I don't know whether you've seen the movie or not, there was a part in the film called the Das Das Ki Daud. It was a race that Amir does with my biker friends, and he wins that race. So that was nearly the last schedule of the film, where we were at the Sanpada station in Bombay, and there's this guy, Nitin Raikar, who came and he started singing this Aati Kya Khandala number to Amir and to Vicky. So Amir really got excited about it, and he called me, called my mother, and he said, "Auntie, just hear the song and just see how it sounds." And Nitin sang the song for us, and we were in splits. And we couldn't imagine that there could be a song like this, like "Eh kya bolti tu, Aati Kya Khandala." So Amir really liked it, and then Mukesh ji came on location, and Amir said, "Mukesh ji, hear this song."
This is Mukesh as in Mukesh
Bhatt, yeah.
Yeah.
And when Mukesh ji heard it, he completely was in love with it. And that's how the song came into a film, and we said, okay, we'll put this song at this situation in the film. And so
that song in some ways has become your signature in your film career, isn't it?
yeah, it is, because people started calling me Khandala girl. They started mentioning and calling me Khandala girl.
And they made Khandala even more popular and even more crowded. Yeah. That's what cinema does to people.
And to, I think, places.
To places. In fact, even in Kashmir, Killenberg, the slopes in Killenberg, where unfortunately people have not been going that much because of terrorism there. That's where Rishi Kapoor and Dimple Kapadia apparently rolled down in Bobby. It was then renamed the Bobby Slope, and we saw young newly married couples going there and getting themselves
And
photographed and getting videos made on themselves.
Yeah, but even Kashmir now, I think recently now people are stopped going there, but Switzerland had become the spot for film people. At one point there used to be some 6-7 shootings in Switzerland, and when we used to pass the place, when we used to cross, we used to see other shootings happening, and we used to wave out to our colleagues. So at one point Switzerland had become like film city, because everybody was shooting in Switzerland. And there's a lake over there which is called the Chopra Lake, because Yash Uncle always shoots there.
I see.
So that one lake has been named Chopra Lake after him.
Even I remember, I don't see that many movies, and not that many Hindi movies, but many I see on flights, and I always find this very happy, large Indian joint family in a Swiss chalet, or with a large driveway, and I think Salman Khan or somebody drives in a BMW.
Yeah.
I think I've seen you in a couple of those also.
Yeah.
But
So
I think
guess,
in the shooting overseas, you also get some anonymity, isn't it?
I think what happens in shooting abroad means the work atmosphere is better. It's more quieter. People in Switzerland don't know you, who you are, so they won't crowd around you. And I guess there's a lot of work that can be done over there, because the sun sets over there at 8:39.
Right.
So you get a lot of time to shoot. So if you start at 7 or 8 in the morning, you have really some good 10 hours of work. So that's really good.
But you know what you say about Switzerland or Italy or maybe Scotland, maybe not so much in Scotland. Would not
Scotland, yes, because I shot my Kuch Kuch Hota Hai song over there.
I see, which
Which
one?
was Tum Paas Aaye, me, Shah Rukh and Kajal.
This was in Scotland.
Yeah, this was in Scotland.
I bet nobody had had a shot of scotch before that. Just to raise the spiritual level a bit.
No. It was, in fact, Scotland is also a beautiful place.
But this anonymity you will not get now any longer if you go say to the US or to Britain, because you know Hindi movies are now becoming so popular there, and an Indian community is growing so much.
Right, but I guess a lot of films have been shot in London also, and even in the US. And now for Chalte Chalte, my recent film, like we shot in Greece, and people over there were like really sweet, and they really said that we want Bollywood people or like Indian film people to come and shoot here, because you know, like we've heard that Switzerland, the tourism has gone high because of Indian films. So now we want Greece to be like.
I think lots
the
of
place.
Indian newlyweds are going for honeymoon too, and
Yeah.
going to Chopra Lake and having the holy dip, or maybe rolling down.
Yeah, but I
down
guess
some of
even
the same
when
slopes.
even when I have not joined films, like I always have this thing that I want to go for my honeymoon to Switzerland. So
And when will that be?
it'll be maybe whenever I find the right guy.
But tell me, do you now get recognized, say, in London, in New York, because Hindi cinema is now reaching out? You know, a lot of your films have made more money overseas. Shah
Yeah,
Rukh's
actually,
films made more money,
I would
made
say
more money
that,
there than here.
that people in outside India, I'm telling you, we get so much love from them. Like, you know, when we go for our stage shows, you know, they are so ecstatic and they love us so much. You know, it's like amazing to see fans over there, and they're really crazy about you. Like, I think we get more love and affection out of India than we get in India. You know, at times I really feel like that, because when we go for our stage shows, I actually feel that I'm Michael Jackson.
That will take some doing.
Yeah,
No,
because you know, like in the feeling of the crowd going ballistic and screaming and shouting, I think we only get it.
Yeah, but there is also this larger sort of, you know, increasing Indian presence, so Indian imprint. For example, you get into a taxi in New York, you sometimes listen, you know, you are listening to Hindi film music.
Yeah, actually, in fact,
Whether it's a Pakistani driver or an Indian driver.
Yeah, actually, in fact, recently we had this like we had this strange thing. Like, I was like holidaying in New York. I'd gone for the Bollywood Awards, and I was staying in New York, and we were traveling. Like, we travel in cabs and everything. So myself and my friend, we were going in the cab to this place for like dinner. So I was with a couple of my friends, and the cabbie suddenly realized that it was me. I think he heard my voice because I was talking, so he recognized me, and he said he just stopped the car in the middle of the road, and there was this huge halt and the screeching noise, and he really, like a Hindi film style, he just stopped the car. And he
jumped
said,
out and told everybody, I've got Rani
"To
Mukherji
see
in my
Rani
car."
Mukherji ho." And I was like, yeah. And he was really excited. And I said, okay, but you know, you got to drop us here. He said, no, just do me one favor, just talk to my family. And then I spoke to his entire family, and that really made his day. And then he gave me his entire history of so many artists that he's met, you know, who he's dropped in cabs. And it was really
And
good
I bet he
fun
never
talking to
charged
them.
you anything.
He never charged me a penny, and I really begged him for like 15 minutes that मुझसे पैसे आप ले लो, आप क्यों ऐसे करे? तो they said, no, हम लोग को हिंदुस्तानी आता है, हम लोग पैसे नहीं लेते, तो आपसे कैसे ले सकते हैं? तो I think it was so sweet. I think, you know, you really get a lot of affection there.